Welcome in, guys. So we got people in the chat already. Love to see it. Come on in, come on in. I'm about to react to this. Not react. I don't really like that. Salute to the chat. We're about to get some commentary on these videos. Let me get myself in here on camera. Welcome in, guys. This is me. You don't know what I look like. This is what I look like. All right, first time here. I appreciate it. And Morphologist came in and he pretty much made another video about the A2. And I wanted to at least do my due diligence and do a live reaction to it. Because, you know, he did a live reaction to his original video. His original video was a live reaction, so I'm going to do the same here. We got a lot of salutes in the chat. Salute to y'all, salute to y'all, salute to y'all. Let me go ahead and pull this thing up right here. Boom, we got it right here. Now, I got a question for y'all. Do y'all want the video to be larger and my camera to be smaller, or do you want the camera like how it is right now? You'll save some snippets for DDG, for DG360. Keep the same format. Same format is good with y'all? Everybody good with this? All right. So we're going to go ahead into the video where he's talking about the problems with the A2. All right. So let's go ahead and give this a playback. And the other reason I wanted to do it like this was because I wanted to have an actual conversation with people. So if I'm saying something wrong, or if I'm saying something that's maybe incorrect, I can be corrected in real time. You know what I mean? And I think that's a better way to have this kind of conversation. So let's go ahead and get started with it.
Why I think the A2 needs to be rebalanced and how that might be accomplished. So one of the really big important things I want to get across with this discussion right away is that I am not talking about whether or not the A2 can be countered. In fact, it can be countered. That's not really what I'm debating. Initially, when I talked about this, I said the A2 is impossible to counter when it's suicide bombs, but even then, it is still possible to counter it, but that is...
So, I mean, what's his point then? Can anybody tell me what's his point then if the A2 can be countered? If the A2 can be countered, and the guy wasn't suicide bombing. So hold on, let me try to pull up my I think it's on my community tab. Let me pull up my community tab real quick. Let me go to my channel. Community, there's a post in here somewhere. Boom, right here. The guy said, holy S, that was me in the A2. Look at the character name, it's my username. Well, let me ask you, were you trying to do a suicide bomb run? No, try hitting the boost, wasn't able to move to the top. I wasn't moving at top speed. It was free bombing, no aiming. Thank you for the clarification, bro. So this wasn't a suicide bomb. All right. So we got to get that one. We got to get that one out of here. Okay. That wasn't that. So his point already doesn't have any justification for why he's making this video. There's none. All right. Anyway, let's continue. All the way back over here.
Isn't really the point I was trying to make. So let's set that aside for a moment in order for you to clearly understand my argument. What I was trying to talk about with the A2 is that the effort required on the part of the A2 pilot to bomb is not proportional to the amount of effort required to counter the A2 on the other side at Jumptown. Here's exactly what I mean. So in order for you to bomb at Jumptown, all you require is an A2 and your ability to fly and knowledge of how to arm and drop the bomb. And if you have a little bit of sense, you'll drop it at nearly point blank, not allowing anybody on the ground to actually shoot the bomb before it hits. And if you really want to troll, all you have to do is drop the bomb as you run into the ground, and there's very little.
Okay, so this point here, right? I want to make a point. I don't know if anyone here does any martial arts. I don't know if anyone here has done martial arts ever in their life. But there is a martial art that, hold on, I didn't have the thing up over here. There we go. The entire time I didn't have the thing up over here. All right, now we got it over here. My bad, y'all. This is my first time doing a reaction style stream. But let me rewind this a little bit. I'm gonna play it back.
It is still possible to counter it, but that isn't really the point I was trying to make. So let's set that aside for a moment in order for you to clearly understand my argument. What I was trying to talk about with the A2 is that the effort required on the part of the A2 pilot to bomb is not proportional to the amount of effort required to counter the A2 on the other side at Jumptown. Here's exactly what I mean. So in order for you to bomb at Jumptown, all you require is an A2 and your ability to fly and knowledge of how to arm and drop.
So let's look at this scene real quick, right? Let me try to I'm gonna make this just a little bit bigger so it's easier for people to see, because it's kind of small. So I'm just gonna drag this up a little bit. Oh, look at that. All right, so now we got this on full screen. I see 1, 2, 3 pilots in the sky, right? And this guy is 3,000 meters away. This guy is 8,000 meters away, and this guy is 5,000 meters away. This guy just got caught with his pants down. This guy got caught using bad tactics, and he wants to pretty much say that they didn't have any way for them to counter the A2. They couldn't counter the A2 because nobody was near it, right? Nobody was near the A2. You know what I'm saying? So whose fault is that really? I want to make an analogy here. I don't know if anyone here does martial arts, right? But there's a sport called jiu-jitsu, right? Brazilian jiu-jitsu. And the entire point of Brazilian jiu-jitsu is to take your opponent down, get top position, and mount them, right? Just because you get mounted, all right, let me correct that statement real quick, right? Once you get mounted, the amount of effort that it requires for you to escape that position is less than the person who is on top controlling you, right? So if you get mounted, then it's not the person's fault who mounted you, because prior to that, you have to defend the takedown. There's a series of things that happen before you get mounted. They just don't get to start in that position, right? So, and how it applies to this is this. They had no defense. It's like someone shot a blast double and just stepped over their guard, got full mount, and now he's about to get his submission, which he fails at, and drop his bomb.
Drop the bomb. And if you have a little bit of sense, you'll drop it at nearly point blank, not allowing anybody on the ground to actually shoot the bomb before it hits. And if you really want to troll, all you have to do is drop the bomb as you run into the ground, and there's very little people can do to stop you. On the other side, there's a couple things that you can do. In one scenario I talked about with A1, Avenger 1, who is a well-known PvPer in the community, what you could do is have a scout looking for A2s approaching, and then just run away with your group of 2 other friends and make your money that way. But in this scenario, you still require 3 skilled individuals. One person being able.
If you guys go back and you watch my stream, I think both of them, I tried to go bomb Jumptown in my A2 and I was unsuccessful. I think one time, if Canups in here, I think one time we got bombs off, but they weren't very accurate because we were being harassed. Like they weren't just letting us get bombs off. And the one time I did get a bomb off, they shot the bomb and blew my ship up. So to say that it's uncounterable, the only reason that this happens is because you guys gave him a free run. For me, from the moment I jumped into the space, I was being contested. From the moment I jumped in, I was being contested. And the A2 has such a huge signature, you can see it from like 30 kilometers away. So it's not like an eclipse where it just sneaks up on you and it drops a bomb, right? You can see it from very, very far away. So you have much more time to react to this than what you actually think. If a ship is 28 kilometers away and you're telling me you don't have enough time to react to that or to deter that thing, that sounds like a very, very sorry excuse. Because I have the proof that I was in the stream, right? Not a recorded video like this, what he's showing right here. I was in a stream trying to bomb Jumptown. It was not very successful doing so. Funny you say that. There's actually a post on Twitter. I'm not logging to Twitter here. But let me see if I can pull up his page. It's funny you say that. No, I can't. I have it on my phone. I don't know if y'all can see this. Let me pull this post up. Can y'all see this on the screen? Let me know if y'all can see if I need to zoom in. I'm gonna zoom in anyway so you guys can see it. Somebody sent me this on Twitter. That's why I know about it. Cashapp, you were spot on, bro, and you didn't even know about this post. Can y'all read that? Then you zoom in a little bit more. You know what I mean? Like, this stuff is getting ridiculous, bro. But let's get back to this.
Able to take the boxes out of the conveyor at Jumptown, one person to fly the getaway ship, and one skilled person able to fly a fighter to scout and make sure an A2 isn't approaching. In this scenario, you can't have a new player because they just won't know how to do what they need to do in order for you to survive. However, if you want to actually be able to stop the A2 before it's able to drop a bomb point blank, which is the worst case scenario, you're going to need a lot more DPS to stop it. So what you might have is a number of ballistas. In order for you to have ballistas though, you need to have a C2 or M2 or even A2 to be able to transfer.
Okay, so the whole thing with the ballistas is you can literally drop a ballista in the game from this height to the ground and it will not be damaged. Is that a broken game mechanic? Should we nerf ballistas now because you can drop them from the sky? When I was playing with my buddy Dead Sea and his organization, Dugon, what's going on, bro? When I was playing with my friend's organization, Jumptown, all right, I don't know what server they're playing on. This server looks dead. We had like what, 17 people in our party, and then Jumptown was just chaos. You know what I mean? So I don't know like what image he's trying to portray here. This looks like it was something that was set up between him and people that he plays with, right? Because any server that, because most of the time, the only time Jumptown is empty is when you go to like a server where that country is like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and everyone's sleeping. So this looks a little bit fabricated. I'm not going to accuse him of that, but I get that impression. Venus, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, everybody. In total, both teams were 23. Yeah, so we had a 23 versus 23 at Jumptown, and I barely see 5 people here. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, including him. Fully crewed, a fully crewed retaliator. That's what, 6 people or 4 people? It's going good, man. We're just reacting to this morphologist video.
Your ballistas onto the ground. You'll also need scouts to be able to tell the ballistas where the A2 is coming from.
If the ballistas are looking up and they're up on hills where they should be, where they have a better range of vision, they can still see ships coming in. Like it's not that hard to see.
Also want to have those scouts be in greater numbers because you need to be able to fan out around Jumptown to detect whether or not it's coming from, you know, any different direction. And you only have, because keep in mind, you only have about 25 seconds to stop it before it gets to the point when it comes within radar range. And optimally, if somebody has an eclipse or retaliator, they're going to want to sit directly above Jumptown, ready to shoot a torpedo at an approaching A2 because...
I would agree with that. Death of a Spaceman is going to change gameplay. But I don't agree with is leaving your retaliator or eclipse just parked right over Jumptown. First of all, if I see a retaliator parked directly in front of Jumptown, do you think I'm gonna be dumb enough to fly my ship over there? If I scan and I get a ping back that there's a retaliator sitting there, you think I'm gonna sit there and just like, oh, there's a retaliator there. Let me just go ahead and drop this bomb. No. Yeah, he wasn't on a suicide run. We've already proven that. You know what I mean? So I don't know what's going on with this guy and why he's continuing to try to make this point. Because having your retaliator there is putting that ship in a vulnerable position. Because if it's a smart gunner, right? If he's a smart, not a gunner, but an A2 pilot, when he comes into Jumptown, he's going to be dropping noise flares. And you have a fuck ton. So who's to say that the retaliator is going to be able to lock a target with a torpedo on, right? Because my strategy would be come into Jumptown, drop noise, right? Because with the noise, it's going to be harder for them to target you through all that stuff. So leaving everybody else with the only option to shoot missiles at you line of sight, which could potentially be a better outcome. But then again, the A2 is still a big ship. You can still dummy fire a torpedo on it. It's just more than likely that the A2 guy is going to have a better chance of surviving that dummy fire missile because he can just move out of the way of it really quick versus one that's locked onto him and following him. So I don't agree with this at all. I would never put my retaliator crew in a position like that. I just wouldn't. Yeah, I didn't even want to go over the apology because we went over the apology, man. We've been here for an hour already. I'd be in an hour talking about that. I just want to stick to this point, you know, stick to the arguments. Like I don't particularly care to talk about, you know, him and like his personality or the things that he's got going on with himself. I want to talk about this. So let's keep it going. Let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it rocking. Let's keep it rolling.
As I said earlier, shooting a torpedo behind the A2 isn't going to catch it in time before it actually bombs. So you need to be in front of it, which...
If I'm in front of you, like I said, if I'm in front of you and I scan and I see that you are in a retaliator, like I'm gonna deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I can see you're in a retaliator, like, bro, do you honestly think I'm gonna fly that way? You know what I'm saying? Even if you're in front of me, like, if I can dodge, if his whole point is about suicide bomb running, then I would just go ram his ship. torpedoes do solve everything. Torpedoes are nice.
Means that you need to be directly on top of Jumptown. But in order for you to do that, in order for you to be there, you're also going to need support, because both the Retaliator and the Eclipse are fairly vulnerable by...
Listen, man. Damn, Blaze. That's kind of cold, bro. True, but it's kind of cold. Rules of engagement for his team were non-existent. Exactly. They're probably trying to set up a Congo line or some shit. Yeah, I just don't agree with what he's saying. Like, look, you guys, like, I would highly encourage you to go back and watch my stream, because the way that organization defended against the A2 is the right way to do it. I would even like argue like to get a fleet of Gladiuses, and if they can take down the shields, like have one distortion weapon to disable the ship, then you can't do anything. I mean, distortion weapons are working in 317 too, right? I haven't tried them yet, but I've been hearing that they work. Is that a thing? Am I correct in saying that? Somebody let me know.
By themselves. The Retaliator has no guns by itself, it can only shoot torpedoes, and the Eclipse is fairly weak, and pretty much the same deal, it only shoots torpedoes. It does
bring a couple of Hurricanes in, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you just gotta be better prepared. Like, just don't, like, your takedown defense is bad, don't be mad about it. Just work on your sprawling, work on your get-ups, and work on not getting taken down. Actually work on your offense. Shit, the best defense is a good offense. Yeah, I didn't record it, and the problem is, like, when I go to download my streams from YouTube, they're always in like 720p, so I don't know how to get high quality copies of my streams downloaded. Eclipse has guns. A1 shot down a Gladius in it. Yeah. Yeah.
Have two size 2 ballistic guns by default, but those aren't going to do anything before you get killed. In this particular scenario you're seeing on screen, we had a fully manned Retaliator, which is the only reason why I was able to come.
And then again, like I'm saying right now, like this, like the server looks empty, right? The server looks empty. I'm not saying that he needs to, you know, prove that he, I'm not trying to see that he, you know, is manufacturing this. I'm just saying this looks manufactured, because every time that I play Jumptown, it's been pretty packed. Latency, is my latency bad? Is the stream lagging? One mentality with 4 or 5 would be better. Yeah, that's what I would personally go with, because like the A2, yes, it has a lot of HP, but like once you start taking down the shields of the A2, here's how I would counter an A2, and it's just the same thing with every big ship, right? You focus fire on one of the shields, right? No lag. I think he's talking about not being right when you get them. Okay. Now you go download your recordings with higher. Okay. Okay. I understand now. I got you now. I got y'all now.
I'm in here by myself without any sort of fighter support, which enabled me to kill a number of people.
But yeah, like I was saying, I just remember what I was saying. If you focus fire on one of the shields of the A2, like what was happening to me in the stream, you're going to see that it was very difficult for me to do anything, because I either had one or two choices. I had to stay there and fight, or I had to run away. And every time I chose to go try to repair my ship, because I really wanted to drop those bombs. And then another thing that kept happening was I kept running out. My flares kept getting bugged, where I couldn't drop flares. It was very annoying. Got a new subscriber to the channel, Benedict Jr. Welcome to the channel. I hope you're in the stream.
But I wouldn't have been able to do that without the support of my people on the ship. And all of this in order to counter an A2. Now I have also...
That seems like a little much, but I mean, if that's your only way to counter it, that seems like a you kind of problem, bro. It seems like you still need to develop some better tactics. It seems like you need to develop your PvP skills, in my opinion.
Also seen the argument floated counter to what I was talking about, that the only ship you need to counter the A2 is an Eclipse. But in this scenario, you need a very expensive ship that not everybody has. And so you're creating a sense of elitism in order for you to stop a specific ship. And I don't think that's a great way to balance the game. If the only way for you to play to counter somebody who spent $700+ on a ship is to spend $300 or whatever it costs for the Eclipse, then that's not really great. It doesn't really help the argument that Star Citizen
what the fuck is he talking about?
Not pay to win. That very much looks pay to win to me. And so,
bro, what the fuck is he talking about right now? Why is he talking about like real money? Am I what? Are we serious right now? Are we serious right now? Guys, are we serious? Every ship that he just mentioned in this video, you can buy in-game. And this is, listen, guys, this is somebody who's admitted at spending thousands of dollars on ships. He's admitted this in his videos, that he spent thousands of dollars on ships in this game. So basically, he's calling everybody that plays Star Citizen poor. If you can't buy a Retaliator or an Eclipse with real money, then you're poor and you can't afford, you know, to play the game. It seems like there's very, very weak virtue signaling. You can buy the ships in the fucking game, dude. What's wrong with you? You can literally buy the ship in the game. It's in the game. And if people have A2s, I would assume that they're probably doing ERTs. They're probably doing the higher end bunker missions. So it's not incredibly hard or difficult to make money in the game in Star Citizen. It's not difficult. It's not hard. So why is he even making this argument? If you have money in the game to buy an A2, you can buy the other ships. Oh my God, that's such a bad argument. Like, if I was one of his like subscribers or a member to his channel and I was somebody that didn't have thousands of dollars to spend on ships, I'd probably be offended by that shit. I hope CIG sees this shit and takes their shit off his website. Or their shit off his website. Yeah, I think the A2 is like 5.5 million. The Retaliator is, I think, 4.5. And the Eclipse is 3.9. I think. It's off the top of my head. I think the main issue is that most people don't have a torp ship. They've been pretty pointless except for trolling in most cases. Torpedo ships do have a role. I think, like, if you're doing ERTs, I think the torpedoes have that gameplay. Like, for me, like, I'm actually going to get, my next ship I'm going to get is a Retaliator, so I can do ERTs. That way I can make money to buy my 890 jump. You know what I'm saying? So I think they do have a role, you know? I think, you know, I would much prefer, because, like, if you're going to do group VHRTs, you get more torpedoes with, you know, with the Retaliator. So I think that's a better buy than the Eclipse, because in the Eclipse, if you miss one, then in between your bounties, you know, you got to go reload. I heard about that. I think all missiles were bad until recently. I think because I've been getting hit by more missiles lately, even by NPCs. Because normally you just drop one flare and the missiles miss. Later on, there will be capital ship counters. Bro, like I was saying this in my last video, like when these capital ships come out, you're gonna see capital ships at Jumptown. Guarantee it. People are gonna roll in capital ships for sure. 100%. 100%. Let's see what his solution is. I'm already like, imagine if you drop an EMP and not even your suit can function, or Moby Glass. So we nerf that too. It's like rock, paper, it's all like rock, paper, scissors. Like I agree with that, man. I agree with that. I don't know what this guy. I'm already frustrated with this video. I'm not frustrated. It's just like it doesn't make sense. Like none of it makes sense. Like saying that people would have to pay to win to beat an A2 when the A2 costs $700 fucking dollars. The A2 costs $700. It's more expensive than both of those ships. Size 7 flares to get it off of you. Normally, like what I started doing lately towards like the end of Jumptown was just using the noise decoys, because it takes them longer to target you. And the A2 has a lot of noise decoys. So I just hold it down and I drop like 10 of them. Yeah, torps will be a good defense against capital class ships, 100%. 100%. All right, let's see the solutions.
In my mind, and you can disagree with me here, which I'm sure many of you will, that
Probably.
It should require a little bit more effort on the part of the
How?
A2 pilot in order for them to actually bomb Jumptown. That they would require some support from either gunners on board the ship to protect them as they come in, or even a
Okay, so I don't know if anyone here has flown the A2, right? The front, under the nose of the ship, right? That turret right there makes the ship shake violently. So like imagine you're flying in on the ship and the front gunner is shooting and the ship just shakes back and forth. So like you can't see anything. And the A2, like the windows are not very big, so you don't have a lot of visibility outside of the ship, right? So you can't see nothing. So if you have somebody in that front gun that's shooting at the ground targets, you're not going to be accurate because you're not going to be flying straight. You mean, or testing 7 flares will drop it from me. Okay, I'll have to keep that in mind. You know what I mean? So like having gunners is cool, but if the ship shakes out of control, like even like anytime me and Cashapp fly the A2, and I always tell him to use just use the top back turret, because if I'm trying to, bomb stuff on the ground, I need to be able to fly the ship straight. They do work, but what I'm saying is there's one gun in particular that when you shoot it, it makes the front of the ship shake. And maybe I'll have to get on stream with somebody so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But it makes the ship shake uncontrollably. And it's really, really hard to see like where you're going because there's just so much shake. Yeah, there's a bunch. Like my A2's decked out.
a small wing of fighters to escort them in to make sure that they're not picked off. In order for them to balance this then, in my view what needs to be done is that, at least in the short term, that the range that the ship is able to drop the bomb should be increased. In other words, you should have to drop the bomb at a higher altitude, giving players a chance to shoot the bomb before it hits the ground. Additionally, the ship should have a maximum speed in my mind before it's able to drop the bomb. That way it can't fly at top speed through atmosphere, avoiding torpedoes and avoiding any DPS that would put any dent in it before it's able.
Okay. Listen guys. I'm gonna give, Morphologist gives his background, talking about he was an architect, all this stuff, right? I'm gonna give you guys my background. All right, you guys ready for this? I was in the Navy for 13 years, right? And while I wasn't in always an active combat role, we understand military tactics and military combat. If I was a commanding officer of an A2 fleet, right, and I had to send my guys on a bombing run based on the qualifications that this guy wants, right, based on the nerfing that he wants to do to this ship, I would deem that ship ineffective for combat because it's going to be a literal target that you can just shoot right out of the sky. The bombs already drop slow, so you can already shoot them from underneath. And now, shoots to attrition repeaters. I'll have to try that. I had the, I don't know which ones I had. Those front ones are size 4s, right? Yeah, I think those are the size 4s. And it's just uncontrollable. It's ridiculous how much it shakes. And it's crazy about that too, because I put like 2 size 4s on my Hurricane and it doesn't make it shake. So I'm just like, why does it shake so much on this giant ship and not at all on this little small fighter? But I digress. I would deem that ship for combat ineffective. The fact that most people don't know you can stack flares to pop several in one go shows the state of Star Citizen's nerfing gang, right? And the second thing that I'm seeing here is retired from the Army for 20 years. I unsubscribed to more after all this. Reminds me. All right, so Kyle, you'll understand what I'm talking about with the bombers, right? Because you guys work closely with air support in the Army. You don't want to need like bombing support and then see your bombing plane come in slow and not in a good position to assist you and in a position to where it can be shot down. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make any sense. It sounds like to me that he just wants this shit on easy mode. You know what I mean? He just wants this shit to be easy. You know what I mean? The reason I'm speaking on this is because of my military background and because it just makes no sense from anybody that you would talk to. He's a sociable casual. I can't confirm or deny that. I'm just trying to argue the points. You know what I mean? Like everything else is just like nonsensical to me. That's like the points just don't make any sense. And my biggest thing is just like, if you can't do the PvP stuff, then stay away from it. You know, I don't want this game on easy mode, right? I don't want this game to be, you know, I want to feel that risk. I want to feel that risk when I go into a war zone to drop my bomb. You know what I'm saying? I want to feel that risk, you know? And even when I'm unsuccessful like I was still having so much fun because I was trying to figure out a way to beat the challenge. You know what I mean? I was trying to figure out a way to beat that. I was like, how can I get in here? So I changed tactics. So one of the things I did was I switched around to a different side of the planet. I tried to come in from a different angle. They had that covered. You know what I mean? So, you know, he's just got to try a different way. But this is not going to help.
To bomb its target, at least by itself. I don't think that the bombs need to be removed or even nerfed. I think it's really cool to have a really big fancy explosion. I only hope that the cost of doing something like this is more than just monetary, that it requires a lot more skill and effort on the part of the...
But you don't have the skill and effort to defend yourself. So why say that we need skill and effort to drop bombs when you lack the skills to defend yourself effectively in combat? That's not an us problem. I can adjust that shake in general settings. Okay, I'll try that. I didn't know that. You know what I mean? But I'll check it out, though. We'll check it out. Let's keep going.
Bomber in order for them to do it, because the consequences of it are so great and so imbalanced that it just doesn't seem
It's not
fair
imbalanced.
to everybody else at the moment.
Work on your defense. It's not imbalanced. Your defense needs work. That's what you need to work on. Work on your takedown defense, bro. Hit some sprawls. You know what I mean? The best defense from a takedown is an uppercut.
But hey, maybe none of this conversation even
Or a
really
knee.
matters because
That
you're
works
probably
too.
going to be changing the flight model pretty soon with all this talk of quantum boost. It does sound like they're going to be bringing maximum speeds down to SCM level. And so at that
If they're bringing speeds down to SCM, then every ship's going to be slower. So nothing's really going to change if they do that. Everyone would be flying slower, including your ships. It is fun. It's funny. It's funny, but I would rather not. If I'm trying to drop a bomb accurately, I at least want to be close to my target. You know what I mean? Hey, he could continue to milk the wine, and we'll just react to it. You know what I'm saying? We'll just be in here hanging out, talking about it. You know, and I actually like this format better because I get to get your guys' perspectives too. Because I know that when I say something, I'm not always correct. You guys get the opportunity, you know, to correct me on the spot, and then I can go forward with like more knowledge and more understanding, because my feelings aren't attached to the outcome of the conversation. You know what I mean? No, Cashapp, if he wants an easy space sim, he should just wait for Starfield. He won't have to worry about anybody come blowing him up from space. It's a single player game. Just wait for Starfield. That's all you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Just wait for that. Just wait for that.
that kind of speed, it probably will balance the ship anyway. But what do you guys think? I'm sure some of you guys are still not going to understand my point. Still not.
Your point doesn't make any sense. So of course, no one's going to understand it. It makes no sense. Okay? You just can't sit here and say that, oh, make the ship slower. Oh, make the altitude for the bomb drop higher. The reason people come in low to drop the bomb is because they don't want it to get shot out. That is effectively them trying to defend against the tactics of people shooting their bombs. Give them less reaction time. You know what I mean? So him coming in and trying to say like this and that, no, let's not do that. Work on your defense, work on your tactics, and then get back to me. Right? What do you guys think about this? What do you guys think about all this stuff, man? I need some insights from the chat here. Plus dropping nukes from low feels and looks cool as fuck. Yeah, it does. It's fun. That's how you would do it. You would try to get as close to your target because you don't want to give them adequate reaction time. You know what I mean? You want to give them as little time to react to that as possible. That's what makes the bombing run effective. If they can see it coming from a mile away, of course it's not going to be effective. And let me just say this, right? Let's just say in a scenario that CIG slows the A2 down and they make it to where you can't drop the bomb below 2,000 meters. You know what's going to happen then? You know what's going to happen then if people are going slower and they have to drop their bombs from very high up? They're going to suicide run into the facility. They're just going to come in and crash their A2 into the facility. The very thing that he was complaining about in the first place, suicide runs. He's literally going to create that. If they did this would create that. I want the volatility of human versus human gameplay. We can be best friends and worst enemies. I love it. Ben, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I want that too. You know what I'm saying? I don't want a watered down gameplay experience. I don't want a safe space. I want chaos. I want it to feel dangerous. You know what I mean? I want it to feel like I'm taking a huge risk to do something. I played DayZ, and that shit's hard, bro. DayZ was ruthless. Ruthless. Bro, I was a new player to DayZ, and I got killed. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, God damn, like I didn't even have anything on me. They just killed me just because. You know what I mean? So they need to what really needs to happen? What really needs to happen is all of these soft people, right? All of these soft people need to get out of the city and go into the wilderness somewhere. So they can experience like the dangerousness of life. They need to experience that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna tell you guys a story. When I was in Africa, I was stationed in Africa, and I got the opportunity to go on a safari in Ethiopia. And we were out there, and it was like nighttime. And if you've never heard wilderness at night, it's fucking terrifying. Like I can literally feel like my fight or flight response literally activating, because I'm like, is something just gonna jump out of the darkness and just snatch me and kill me and eat me like right here on the spot? That's the thought that I was having at that time. You know what I mean? So you need to experience that. You got to feel that. And then you can come into video games and not take it so fucking serious. You know, it's a game at the end of the day. Don't take it so serious. You know what I mean? And we're still in the testing phase. Hey, Blaze, bars. Exposure is composure. Talk to him. You see the poll on his challenge. 65% of the community has never participated in a single Jump Town event. Not even once. Hey. In the words of Nate Diaz, I'm not surprised, motherfuckers. Not surprised. Not surprised at all that most of his community doesn't participate. And I say this all the time. I don't do Jump Town to, you know, to go get the drugs. I just do it to go have fun. Yeah, Ethiopia was dope, man. Ethiopia was beautiful. Beautiful place. I had a good time. It was just like, when I look back at it, I can realize that, you know, in our culture, we're desensitized to nature. We're desensitized to danger. When you're out there in the wilderness and it's dark outside, because like out here when it's dark outside, it's not really dark outside. There's like street lights and shit everywhere, right? So you're not really in the darkness. When I tell you I couldn't see my hand in front of my face, it was that kind of dark. You couldn't see your hand. So people need to expose themselves to different things, and so they can get a different perspective and not be so soft about shit, bro. Actually, let me go to my streams here. Let me go back to my channel. I just want to show you guys. I think this one. Let me try to see. I'm in A2. I'm trying to get where I'm at Jump Town. All right. Well, they're still on selling right now, so we need to
Go link up.
yeah.
No?
Outside.
Will be red.
Oh, good.
It's perfect. It's even more perfect, right?
Yeah.
Spring feeling.
Ground coop.
You see how the front of the ship is like shaking like really bad?
Is it shake you in stagger fire mode?
They're all in like arrows or something.
Gladius.
Oh,
I'm gonna get
all
some more height.
gladiuses?
That's what I saw. It could be a blade because they have a similar kind of profile and shape. guy is struggling out here. We need to go help him.
He's got 2 on him.
We can drop
I
this
think
bomb
right.
if we need to.
I think right now I couldn't drop bombs 'cause I couldn't get my my bombs to reload. So we were just being decoys right now to let our guys get into
Get the
Jumptown.
Gladius. Get the Gladius.
Alright, is it right? Are they, is it,
I'm pointing right at it.
Same. I'm just finding. I'm not getting like one of the squares.
Trying to get the belly up. He's underneath.
Oh, it's the square I have to aim at is in front trying
He's
to find
too
it.
far from me.
Oh, they seem to be friendly. But we still need.
Blacked out.
Yeah, I
Blacked
can't
out.
get anymore.
Blacked out.
I'm gonna need to take the front turret.
Maybe it was a stream from the day before.
It's the only good. Shoot. It's the only good turret that.
I'm gonna go to the other one. Cause there's another one where we tried. Cause there's one where I got shot down. I'm trying to find that clip.
Object.
Yeah.
I'm gonna set a bed too.
Yeah, I did. It's gonna be the fastest way.
See if there's anyone patrolling them too. No. There is a ton of people here. I'm gonna need to switch turrets. This ain't gonna cut it.
Do you see how many missiles are being locked onto me right now? Like literally everyone is like locking.
Car will get up.
Like no one's giving me space to breathe right now. I'm literally having to fight and dodge missiles.
I didn't fix the audio.
I need you in a turret.
I'm getting on one. Unaffected.
Look at it. This is me on my stream from Jumptown. These guys are not even giving me space to do anything. He's got ballistics. It's a area A2. You know what I'm saying? So like him saying and doing like all that stuff, saying like, oh, you need to do this and do that. Look at the defense they're running right now. They're not even letting me get close to the facility. We're still up in space pretty much. We're not even in atmosphere yet. Oh, my shit's bugged again. Fuck. And then my things got bugged. You know what I'm saying, Blaze? Like they ran a good defense. Shoot that torpedo, please. I can't be mad at this. To be honest, Sundance, like that has no effect on my life. The Queen's death, like it's people died, bro. She was old. My shit's bugged again, bro. We're gonna die. I have no flares. There's nothing I can do. You know what I'm saying? There was nothing I can do about that one. So the next thing we're going to be talking about today is, I know you guys have seen this, the letter from the peaceful ones. The letter from the peaceful ones, right? The peaceful fodder that exists in Star Citizen, right? I really want to talk about this, right? Guys, you guys want the link to the letter? I'll post it out here in the chat. If you guys want to follow along, like we're in class right now, taking y'all to school right now, about to have a lesson, then this lesson can probably be applied to life itself, right? This letter's rough. I'm not going to read the entire thing. I'll let you guys read it. You know what I mean? I'll let you guys read it. But I want to talk about this inherent softness that exist in gaming right now. When did people get so soft that you cannot defend yourself in a video game? Like, you're so soft that you can't defend yourself in the video game, and you think that you should be rewarded for that? You think your softness deserves a trophy? You think your softness deserves a trophy and recognition? It does not. I'm going to tell you guys something. This is to the peaceful ones. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's what I said. This is not just for video games. Yeah, get those likes up. Get those likes up. This lesson here, today's lesson, class, this can also be applied in life. Are you guys ready? Can I get some fiery emojis in the chat if you guys are ready? I need to see those right now in the chat. I need to see fire emojis if you guys are ready for this lesson. Because I'm ready to give it. I'm ready to give it. Let's get those fire emojis going. We got one fire emoji. I need to see some more. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, you guys ready for this? Make sure I'm looking at the camera. To the peaceful ones. Your personal peace is predicated by your willingness to engage in violent actions. Meaning, if you are a coward, you will be food. If you are a chicken, you will be eaten. It is not the responsibility of the STAR citizens to provide you with safety, nor is it the responsibility of CIG. It is your responsibility to provide your own safety. This is like a child who's in the swimming pool, in the kiddie side of the pool, where he can stand up, where he's safe, and he's got his life vest on, he's got his floaties on. He sees all the big kids. I can't even say that name. Novor Sec. Thank you for the sub. Thank you for the sub. Thank you for the sub. You sound like the annoying little bratty kid in the shallow end of the pool with his life vests and arm floaties, mad at the big kids in the pool, in the deep end, having fun. You want to have fun too, but you're afraid to get in the deep end. So what do? What do? You try to get the big kids thrown out of the pool. That is your answer. And then you say, well, I'm a good kid. I'm good, so I should be rewarded. Get those guys out of the pool. Respectfully, fuck you. Respectfully. Because this is just not a rant about the video game. This is something that has been increasingly happening in Western society, where you have these soft ass people who think they're wise, who think they know better. When these people need help with something, if they're being assaulted, they call somebody who is capable of violence. This is nothing new. This is something that's being said right now in certain circles of YouTube. People are talking about this because as men, we understand the underlying threat of violence in every situation. This is why we talk to each other in a certain way, because if that communication breaks down, we understand shit will get physical. You understand me? But you don't even have the courage to at least make yourself better at defending yourself in the video game. If you are a coward in a video game, you have no right to talk about anything. Because I thought video games, you're supposed to be the fantasy version of yourself, the you that you couldn't be in real life. And you can't even be the you that you want to be in a video game? Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Are you fucking kidding me, bro? You can't even be the best version of you in a game? So your best course of action is to go onto Spectrum and write an essay about how you're good and how PvP should be stuck to certain areas. So you want to lock all the players that like to shoot each other in cages? Forget us. Forget that we want to explore the PU as well. Forget that we want to go to certain places and take screenshots and have fun and do all this. You want us in Pyro. You want us in OM18 Yella. You want us nowhere near where you can be assaulted. In the game. In the game. YouTube in the game. Is this guy for real? Is this guy for real? I would like to think that this shit is a joke. It has to be. Like, there is no way I would take anything like this serious. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, you make a post like this, and then when people see you in the game, you're making yourself a target. You're just making yourself a target. People are going to be like, okay, isn't it that guy that made that post? Let's go get his. Let's find out where he is in the verse. Let's go get him. Let's get him. You're even worried about NPCs. You want NPCs to show up and help you. This guy has never done an NPC bounty and seen how easy it is to deal with NPC ships. He's never done one. No, I don't think they're going to do that. I don't think listen, they're making a lawless system called Pyro. They're not taking PvP out of this game. That's not going to happen. CIG is at least smarter than that. You know, this guy ain't morphologist. So they're probably not even going to listen to him. You know what I mean? Bro, this shit is so soft. Like, what kind of butterback ass baby shit is this? Like, what is this? Like, what is this? Like, when I read this, I was like, this has to be a joke. Like, this guy has to be trolling. Never have they doubled down on PvP in the game many times. Yeah, they would never take PvP out of this game. Like, I don't understand, like what this guy, like this dude, he wants exclusive rewards for peaceful play, a peaceful reputation, and special rewards. This guy, do you know what this is right here? Exclusive rewards for peaceful play, a peaceful reputation, and special rewards. That is a participation trophy, my guy. You want something for just showing up. I swear they need to make a disclaimer that says, if you get killed in this game, please do not make a video online and cry about it. Stop complaining. Dude, like, this game has so much potential. Yeah, Novor, like, he's always the kind of guy, from what I can tell, that if it's going his way, it's fine. The minute that something changes, the very minute that something changes and goes wrong, it's an issue now. It's unfair. He wants to take. He's the kind of kid, like, if you beat him in basketball, he's gonna take his basketball and go home. He's like, I'm not playing anymore. You guys cheated. Like, bro, come on, man. We're just playing, bro. And we all knew kids like this growing up. Bro, cannot. W for cannot, man. The games need a trigger warning now. Like, come on. No, we're not doing trigger warnings. You know what? You know what? If I made a game like this on my loading screen, I would be like, don't be soft. Don't be soft. This ain't a game for softies. Don't be soft. Toker, I can agree with that. You know, I sometimes I think if you say something that's wrong, right, and it gets a lot of backlash in the community, it's a time for you to like reflect on your systems of belief, like whatever it is that like you're going through in your thought process. It's a time for you to maybe examine that a little bit, right, and then come out and be like, hey guys, after some time, I've thought about what you guys said, and I thought about what I did, and what I did was wrong, and I apologize, right? Because that's what a man would do. A man would admit when he's wrong. He was wrong. He didn't want to admit it. This guy, whoever wrote this Professor Dr. Albert Hyperion, this guy's obviously wrong, and I think this shit is a troll. Like, this has to be a troll. This can't be real. This literally can't be real. And guys, and I've said this many times, and I will continue to say it. I'm not the best PvPer. I mean, my dad's name is Albert, and he's a man. So that's why I would assume it's a man. All right? So, what the hell? This has to be a troll. Like, this can't be real. Like, if it is real, bro, I feel bad for you. If this is a troll, this is a good one. If this is, hey, yeah, this is a troll, this is a good one. It has to be a good one. The world is full of knobs like this, and he's not a troll, it's just a child. Yeah, well, even, I wouldn't say like a child, maybe there's like just a lack of courage and maturity, because sometimes like children will apologize to each other eventually, right? Children will apologize to each other eventually, but these people, they get so stuck in their ways, and they want to get rid of anyone that disagrees with them. Yeah, they want to get rid of anyone that disagrees with them. They don't want anyone. They don't want any opposition. They want life in easy mode. And the truth of life, man, is this. You know, they're doing so much, and this is just not for the game, right? So this is like life in general, from how I see them from my perspective. They're so worried about feeling any kind of pain in life. So anything that could probably cause them pain, they want to get rid of it. They want to not experience anything. But you can only have growth when you go through pain. That's the only way, right? And I know that all pain is not the same, right? But in the case of Star Citizen, you have to go through the pain of sucking at combat to get good at it. You have to go through the pain of learning combat. You have to go to the pain of getting your ass kicked to kick some ass. That's the way that it goes. Like, I didn't show up to a kickboxing gym, right, expecting on day one to beat everybody in the gym, to become the best kickboxer on day one. I had to go to the pain of getting my ass handed to me on a silver platter, right? I had to go to the pain of learning a new skill in order to be good at it. to become proficient at it. And these people don't want to take those steps. They just want to get from them being whatever it is they are all the way to the goal and not go through the entire experience. They only want to go through the good stuff. Any adversity, they don't want. Adversity is not for them. I mean, after a while, nobody will want to play with the kid who gets mad and takes his ball home when he loses. Exactly. It's that any opposition is looked at like it's literally an assault on them. Exactly. Like I don't know what's wrong with these people. And Twin Monroe, thank you. Welcome to the channel. Hit that subscribe button. We need that. So, and I've been seeing a lot of this softness, right? And I want to bring something else up. This is not related to video games, right? I want to show you guys something that's on YouTube right now. I don't know how many of you know who Sneeko is, but y'all check this out. I posted this on my community tab. You guys see this? Do you guys see these two thumbnails right here? These are essentially the same fucking thumbnail. It's the same thumbnail, right? And in these videos, they're telling people to go to his channel and use the report button to get his channel taken down. Similar thumbnail. This is what we're dealing with. And we're dealing with this on all levels. And we literally need to stand up and say no to this. And not cancel them, but just be like, no, bro, you can't do this. You can't do this. You know what I mean? This is not right. And when I see a video, go back to this real quick. When I see this and I see two videos that have the same thumbnail, I automatically see, okay, there's something going on here. There is a clear agenda. It's clear. This guy has 594,000 subscribers. This guy has 28,000 subscribers. Between these two videos, that's 346,000 views. 346 people saw a video about canceling somebody, in which they said to go to his page and hit the button. I'm not even going to play these videos because I'm not going to give these guys the airtime that they want. But I will expose this agenda right here. Blaze, they're going to only promote it until someone gets sued. Defamation is a real thing. Even though Cardi B is a crappy individual, she just won a defamation case earlier this year about people saying things about her that weren't true. So now that you see some stuff like this, you see some stuff like this online with these people saying this stuff, it's coming soon. And I'm here for it. I'm here for all of it. Because this is highly unnecessary. This is very wrong. And who said that these creators who says that these creators are the morally just people to decide who should be banned and why? Who are they? It's the same thing that I was saying about morphologists. these influencers, these people on these platforms shouldn't have the authority to take someone's livelihood away. You're talking about taking away someone's ability to provide for themselves. That's real hate speech right there. You want to take away this man's money? You want to take food off his plate? That's weak shit, bro. That's weak shit. And we got to put a stop to it. Not by canceling, but just by telling him, like, bro, y'all on some weak shit right now. You shouldn't ever be trying to take money out of somebody's pocket. You shouldn't ever be trying to get someone deleted from a platform because of what they say. I would encourage these guys to do this. Think about if this shit will hold up in a defamation case. Think about it that way. It's not just an agenda. We have been training ourselves to be like this. Something will come to a head eventually. Exactly. But it is an agenda. It is an agenda, Blaze, because it's only targeted at a specific group of people. It's only targeted at people who are willing to go against whatever current narrative there is. People who are willing to ask questions. People who are willing to see through the BS. And these people who are doing this, and this guy are all in the same group. They may not be doing the same thing, but their circles interlap, bro. I see the BS, and I'm tired of it. We can't have anything just to have it anymore. Everything's got to be ruined. Everything's got to be soft. Everything's got to be watered down. Like, no, I need the full flavor, bro. This is life. This is life. And you're not entitled to your outcomes. You have to earn them. And sometimes earning your outcomes are extremely painful. You have to go through a lot of stress. You have to go through a little bit of misery. You have to go through a little bit of self-doubt. But ultimately, you can get to where you want to be. Right? And you don't have to cancel anybody along the way just because they have a difference of opinion. It's retarded. Literally retarded. You know what I mean? That's not, again, I keep having to say, like, that's not a disrespect to, disabled people. I shouldn't have to say that. I should be able to say retarded as in stupid. They act like they don't know that words have dual meanings and things are contextualized. It's like they don't get it. And this is why games have sucked for almost the past decade. This is why. Because of weak, soft stuff like this. Well, there are many other reasons why games suck, right? There's many reasons, right? I mean, we got like the whole loot box scandal. We got, there's too many major corporations that are running too many game titles. There's a lot of things. But one of the main things is people bitching about things being too hard. And honestly, like for these people, I don't, like, if it's too hard for you, just don't do it. Yeah, Gavin, I 100% agree. And the reason that more people are watching people like Sneeko is because of what the other people are doing. You know what I mean? It's just like, bro, can you just leave people alone? If he's so bad, if this guy on the left here is so bad, people will naturally get away from him. You won't have to do anything. Like, there will be a natural action and a natural reaction to it. They're going to be like, oh, eventually, okay, he's doing like a little bit of this kind of weird stuff. Let's not watch this no more. But these people like this on the right, they will watch somebody like Sneeko, they'll watch an entire Sneeko stream and then be offended by it. No one told you to watch it. No one told you to play the game. No one told you to go to Jumptown. Nobody. I think this would be an appropriate time to tell men to man the fuck up. So what? Man up. So what? It's tough, so what? Star Citizen's hard, so what? It's like, if you have such a problem with him, what are you going to do about it? What, you're going to get him canceled? No, you obviously see that shit does not work. Doesn't work. Guys, like, I'm out of words for this shit right now. Like, enough's enough. I'm tired of it. Can we not have anything just for the sake of it just being fun anymore? Can we not have anything anymore? Is everything just going to be watered down and so soft and so desensitized that it's just like, it's not even worth doing anything? They just want to make everything miserable so that they can just weasel their ways through. You know what I'm saying? It's like, instead of the hurdles being at the normal hurdle height, they're making hurdles only 12 inches so everyone can do hurdles now. No, the reason that people with tall and long legs do hurdles is because that is a sport that is designed for someone of their body frame. Just because you want to do it doesn't mean that you're going to be good at it. And because you're not good at it, that doesn't mean that they should make a handicap just for you, because you're not good at it. Okay? If you can't hurdle, find a different sport to play. Exactly. Without opposition, you become weak. You become weak. You need to be challenged in life. Especially as men, we need to be challenged in life. That's how we overcome. I don't understand the softness that exists. I am sick of it. And I'm not saying like every man needs to walk around like he's macho and all that shit. No. I'm just saying, like, bro, don't, like, if in a game, if you fucked up and got caught with your pants down, don't go around complaining about it. If you're flying around mining quantanium, hey, maybe you shouldn't jump from point to point. Maybe you should take somebody with you. Instead of being fucking greedy, right? And trying to keep all that money to yourself, maybe pay some pilots to fly with you. There's an option. Maybe you can learn to defend yourself. Maybe. I don't know. And I really hope this is a troll. Like, I really do. Like, I really hope this is a troll. I really do. And these people right here, guys, these people are, I don't even know what to say about this. If you guys want to go watch the videos, go decide for yourself. Right? But when I see something like this, I see Gavin just subscribed to the channel. Thank you so much, Gavin. When I see something like this, I see a real big problem. When I see this, I see a problem. Because anybody who will go against anything that they say, especially when you, a channel with 594,000 subscribers, are going to tell somebody to take down somebody else's channel, is extremely weak mindseted. That means your arguments don't have a basis. If the only thing that you can do is report them, they really do. They really need to do and get out and experience life. That's actually a very good point, Blaze. This does probably come from a lack of life experience. You know what I'm saying? Dude, when you go to a foreign country and you don't speak that language and you have to try to communicate with people and you don't understand their mannerisms, you don't understand like how their mindset is and all that stuff, it makes it, you know, a little bit, it makes it challenging. But in doing that, you get to learn new people, you get to learn new cultures, you get to learn new perspectives. And the best thing about being outside of the U.S. for extended periods of time, the Army guy that was in here, I don't remember his screen name, he can probably attest to this. You get to look as an American at America from an outside perspective. It's very, very unique because you see the problems going on back home, but they're not close to you, but you still understand them. And you think about, you kind of see like the whole picture and you kind of see how fucked up it all really is. You know what I'm saying? And I think that people need to get outside of their bubbles. You need to get outside of your bubbles. If you're around a bunch of people that are saying the same things and the same things and the same things, go get a different perspective, please. Please go get a different perspective. Because all you're doing is existing in an echo chamber. Traveling is the best thing that you can do for your life. Period. Or the experience they have are negative, and when they get in a game, they want something different from life. That's why people play a game in the first place. Just a thought. Just a thought, yeah, but it's not. But if you're playing a game, right, wouldn't you want to be the person that you're not? So, like, if you're a chicken in real life, right, wouldn't you want to portray yourself as more courageous, be the opposite of what you are, and not more or a bigger chicken? I'm just saying, bro. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, you gotta get together. You thought I was Jarrett Cannonier? I'm not. He's way bigger than me. He's way bigger than me. Thinking of that was my suggestion. I would suggest that if they have such an issue with Star Citizen, they just wait for Starfield. And listen, guys, I'm not trying to hate on Starfield because I think Starfield is going to be fun, but it's going to be fun for different reasons. It's not the same game, but I think the people who are complaining about Jumptown and complaining about, you know, PvP, I think the game that they're looking for to play is Starfield, which is fine. Like, I think it's, like I said, I think it's going to be a great game, and I look forward to playing it. I look forward to streaming it with you guys. Right? But in this game, the persistent universe, there is inherent dangerousness around every corner, and that needs to be understood before you start playing. I mean, bro, that's like the lowest of lows. Noversec, that's like the lowest of lows. Like, you're going to be weak in life and in the game. Squadron 42. But, I mean, and the thing the guy was complaining about is he was complaining about NPCs. He was complaining about NPCs. So, if he's complaining about NPCs in Star Citizen, you know, like, what, like, where are you going to play Squadron 42 for then? You know? But even in Starfield, there's going to be combat with NPCs, so I don't really understand this guy's point. That's why I think it's a troll. And like I said, I keep saying, like, I really hope it is. I really hope it is. Because if not, bro, that's super soft. Let me see if I can find it exactly what he said in here. He said something about NPCs appearing over peaceful outposts. It was something to that effect. Yeah, like more aggressive NPCs appearing over peaceful outposts and spoiling the fun for small players. Like, bro, what kind of weak baby butter back ass shit is this? Literally. This is why, like, bro, like, how, like, this has to be a troll. Like, it can't be real. It literally can't be real. I don't think it is. Tell me what y'all think, you know? It can't be real. It only happens when the bounty gets assigned. Yes. Yes, exactly. They just don't. The only time NPCs spawn up out of nowhere is if, like, you randomly get quantum interdicted by an NPC. And more than likely, it's a mantis and a freaking Avenger Titan. If you can't beat an Avenger Titan, an NPC Avenger Titan, bro, you got issues. I'm a minor cargo hauler in Star Citizen. I don't NPC spawning and hauling around outposts. They simply to evade, but it doesn't improve the game. I don't know what you meant by that. I don't know what you meant. I think that's the point. He's got issues. Above planet side facilities spawn NPCs. Other players are doing bounties. It does happen. Piracy is always going to be part of the game, and it should be. Yeah, exactly. Like, if they're complaining about this, just wait until people can board your ship. I remember that back in the day, I got mad at Captain Perth for peeping at XT. His response is a sandbox game. That's why. Yeah, even when they have the blockade, when they have the blockade from the jump town, you'll see people out there PvPing. That happened to me. However, him NPCs are horrible players. I just evade them. Yeah, like they suck. They used to spawn a lot more, but down to the stability, NPC spawning got reduced to almost zero. Yeah, like if they think this is bad, bro, just wait until salvage come out. Just wait until salvage come out, bro. You're gonna get your ship stolen. They're gonna have that ship tractor beam, and people are just gonna be yoinking your ship up from places. Because I'll be the one doing it. I'm not going to lie to you. If I see somebody's 890 jump, you think I'm not going to try to steal that shit and take it away and to the chop shop? Come on now. That's money. It's a new loop to the game. It's exciting. It's fun. It's dangerous. It's the game. It's the game. Yeah, it's going to be hella ghetto, bro. That shit finna be fun, though. You can't lie. You can't lie. That shit finna be fun as hell. Could you imagine somebody at the Lake of Microtech enjoying a sunny afternoon, right? And they're out on their little hover bikes or whatever, and they're having a great time, and then all of a sudden, Starboy 89 shows up with the ship tractor beam, yoinking your ship away. I mean, it's whatever, bro. And I'm sure it's gonna happen to me too. Oh, bro. Y'all want to see something great? Y'all want to see something great? Let me get off his thing right here. Let me get to my channel. So this is something that I did. Where is it? Right here. You guys watch this. Watch this video. Sure is being stolen. But Blaze, even the wildebeest fight back from the lion sometimes. They just don't take it laying down. You feel me? They fight back sometimes. Now watch this video. I'm putting this all the way up on full screen for y'all. So I flew in. And I was like, huh, there's no ships here. Why are there no ships here? I was like, huh. Interesting. Interesting. And then all of a sudden, I look down, and there's a literal Congo line down there. No one's watching the sky? Okay. Let me teach you guys a lesson real quick. Let me drop my logs on you real quick. I dropped 4 bombs with no resistance. Is this my fault? Is this my fault? Is this, guys, is this video my fault? Racking up the crime stat. Racking up the crime stat. Essentially, yeah. Make sure you guys give this video a like and a comment. Both of these videos. This video and the stream. Make sure everyone like and comment everything. I just left it going a little bit because I wanted to count my trophies. To another one here. This next one we're gonna look at is we got a hammerhead, and we essentially like
Shred him. No, he's leaving. He's running.
Well, this first part's not the hammerhead part, but
Wait. And you are clear. Sweet. Walking again.
you're supposed to be running bounties, but here you are. We appreciate that.
Watching outside. I'll let you know when anyone comes inside of that thing.
There's a buccaneer pulling in.
What?
Close the back and a buccaneer pulling in. Someone's coming in about to be careful.
It's a cutlass.
I'm seeing it.
I'm gonna get to the hammerhead part.
Someone's red. Someone's red.
I died and he died.
We have another Gladdy.
It's just something in your ship. It's red.
There's some.
I'm all about the railgun, man. I'm free. Bearing.
I'll get him when he comes back around if we see him again.
So this part of the video, we had joined up with a different organization.
That's definitely the enemy. That's definitely
Enemies
the
are
enemy.
back. Yeah, we're
Come on,
taking a
guys.
lot of damage.
We need to go. We need to go. We need to go. So
Sorry,
Zeus?
we need to get moving. Yep, they regrouped.
I wish I had.
Wait, that's not a hurricane. What the fuck
That's
is that
a
thing?
blade.
It's a blade.
Oh, look
That
like
thing's speedy. That's cool.
Yeah, it's fast.
I'm starting to have questions about my own
And
speed. Ow,
who's this
I'm getting
coming
shot.
from the
I
right?
took
I'm
his
getting
shields
shot.
down though.
Ow.
Come on.
There's another hammerhead here. Fly guy 935.
Do we know a Fly Guy 935?
Bro, it's not like everyone has a railgun in the game.
In the
You know what I mean? Like railguns are
There's
hard to
another
find.
Hammerhead here then.
Sometimes.
I'm not seeing any of them in the party.
There's no
Wait,
fly
there's a
guy.
second hammerhead?
Yes. 3.5 clicks out. Bearing 325.
That's most likely an enemy. What's the name? What's the name?
Fly Guy 935.
He's. I don't see him. Yep, it's an enemy hammerhead. Enemy hammerhead.
Oh
Maybe-
shit, get moving.
Oh,
That's not
fuck.
us. That's not us.
I would go warn them, tell them that we're gonna have to go for this fight.
They know. They know.
But it comes to someone.
Hammerhead v hammerhead. That's gonna. Be
Oh man, I mean I got the
Yeah.
stock default hammerhead. This is kind of scary.
Yeah, I definitely get it, you know? And I just want to keep it real.
Yes.
Like,
That's
true,
all I'm trying to
other
do. Keep it
hammerheads
real.
with
And then
the
show other
Hammerhead-
people
the
that you can
Hammerhead
keep
is
it real
fighting
too.
one of our party members, so
I want to show people that we could all keep it real together. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to bend and bow to this coward ass shit. No, if you want to be soft, go do something else. Yeah, I need to go get some rail guns. I need to go do some bunkers. I see, in my opinion, A2 that sucked his landing and dropped to size 10 would have cleared that entire crater. Yeah, I thought from my perspective that he had no more boost because he came in pretty quick, so he probably used it all. And I had it on here earlier where he said he wasn't trying to suicide run, so they're easy to kind of even know how to do it and coordinate with the air team and scouts. Yeah.
it looks like
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Go for, okay, where is
Yeah,
it?
jump in and jump in.
he is bearing 040. Looks like
What's his name?
Fly Guy 935.
Alright,
40.
you have a right gun and a top gun, so. Or.
So 40 and up, where?
I see
He's
the hammerhead. I'm trying not to target a friendly. Damn it.
he's bearing 200, 205.
Oh, 200.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not locking onto the damn hammerhead. Good hits on
Yeah,
the hammerhead.
he just took.
Oh, he just took down a 600i. And he's pissed at me. I'm gonna move around this little hammerhead, okay?
We're on the way.
Is it fully gunned? Ooh, those hurt. Those hurt. Those hurt. Waste my
Forces my
shield
command.
so fucking quickly.
Also, Fog plays rail guns once you spot
I can't
them.
keep throwing missiles into him. He keeps, not fucking
Okay.
over. I can only use something size 2. It's not rattlers. I wish I could use rattlers.
I put all
Yeah,
power
so
with
essentially
this.
we joined up with this other organization in this video and we locked down Jumptown.
Jesus, what's hitting us? Oh, him. That makes sense. I got 2 missile hits
What's
on him.
hitting us? Oh, it's him.
His rear shields are down. Pushing on him. Pushing on him. His rear shields are down.
Push him, push him.
90k out.
Noise.
Right, turn your headlights, they can't see anything. Yeah.
Try to point your nose down because I can't get any shots.
What's his name?
Fly Guy 935.
Ooh, our front shield down. I'm gonna
Turn.
put more right towards him.
Yeah, as soon as I get a railgun, I always take it back to a station and store it.
60k out.
Why is only one of my fucking guns working? Because it's damaged more than likely. I swear they're fine. Should be fine. There is a.
Put your gun. Put your power to shields. Power to shields.
Yep.
I'm powers to shields.
Who's Bob
He's
Ross? Is that
underneath.
friendly or- Yep, he's at
I think at the
Ross.
end of this, we got hit by a torpedo or some shit. Let me get to the
Goodbye.
end.
Should I be heading for entropy?
Let me
Yeah.
see.
Going up the hill.
Oh my
It's
God.
Chad.
See, right here, we got caught digging around.
Yeah.
You
That's
got it.
fucking good.
Right here, we got.
Dude, that's fucking crazy. That thing's doing like a 90-degree vertical climb.
Holy shit.
Wow. Goat it right there, bro. Literally.
Like a father nudging his child. No, no, get off me!
Oh no! It's floating! Oh no! Oh no! I thought he was gonna blow up for sure.
Surely,
No, those things are indestructible when it comes to like landing and shit.
surely it can just drive upon you. Just
No, I think the railgun is great. It's a great equalizer, and they're not. And they're
Dude, imagine when we have
They're
like
hard
the
to get.
tractor beams for vehicles. You can just like slingshot some a freaking Centurion somewhere. Yeah, I
Right.
think that would be
You guys
smarter.
have a bunch of people in the hammerhead, right?
Missile lock.
Great. Come on, let me out.
right here. We got caught with our pants down.
Toaster, can you land real quick, please?
Well, first I gotta figure out what the hell's going on with these
You
missiles.
got a radar lock.
Okay. Well,
Top,
then I guess it's... Back over by the, where the ballista was. Came from that direction. Name the dog?
No, it can't be him. He's in the
No,
party.
he didn't fire it, but it came from that direction.
CS with the 20 spot.
Big missile too, wasn't it?
With the 20 spot, we
Torpedo looks
appreciate
like.
that.
Oh shit!
That
You
just
guys
killed
okay?
a hammerhead?
It did. That was a Eclipse torpedo, I guess. Holy shit.
Is the hammerhead down?
See, we got taken out at Jumptown by an Eclipse with a torpedo, and we realized at that point that we got caught with our pants down. And it was, you know, we messed up. That was our fault. That was our fault. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get on fucking YouTube and was complaining that, you know, I couldn't target the Eclipse and, you know. I'm not asking CIG to make the Eclipse more visible to my radar system. Because in hindsight, I know that in reality we got relaxed. We shouldn't have been in that position. The hammerhead should have never been parked directly over Jumptown. It should have been much higher in the atmosphere, intercepting people who are coming in. All the crying is what got nerfed the two ships that could melt the A2 in seconds. Exactly. 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 I hate to pull the alpha card, but they can't be easy to build a playable alpha without trying to keep things, without trying to keep the community content. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And like, I understand. And also it's like this, guys. I understand that like the game, like CIG, I understand that they're not going to be able to please everybody, even myself. There are things that I wish were changed about the game, but I just accept the game for what it is, because a lot of that stuff is out of my control. You know what I mean? I was going to make a video on the A2, you know, talking about how that nose turret should be on the top of the ship. But at the end of the day, who am I to tell CIG how to make their fucking ships? Like, who am I? Would it be a good idea? I think so. But at the end of the day, it's their game. And either way, whether the turret is fixed, whether the ship shakes or not, I'm still going to play the game. It's not going to be something that takes me away from playing. Death of a Spaceman will change things bigly. Yes. Yes. The only thing that I just hope when Death of a Spaceman comes out, like, I'm not walking somewhere and I fucking just collapse because I walked across the platform. You know what I mean? So I would really hope like that part comes out like way later on, because like right now, like, you can just die from just existing. You know what I mean? Exactly, Gavin. Exactly. I agree with that. Pretty much. And the thing is, I never got to fly the Ion or the Ares in their glory form. You know what I mean? I never got to fly them like that. So I can imagine how good they would have been. You know what I'm saying? I would like to see those ships have like some better turning. I would like to see those ships, you know, have a use, because I would much rather do an ERT bounty with an Ares or an Ion, but they're just not worth flying. They're not worth the headache of flying. Especially the Ion. I just love it. The Ion just looks so freaking cool, but it's like, it's not worth flying because it can't turn. Like, it's like flying the Ion right now is like flying a freaking constellation. That's what it feels like. As it should be. That's how it should be. I wouldn't even call it a repeater. That shit, like the Ions cannot literally fire so slow, you can literally just move around the bullets. You know what I mean? Well, here's a okay. So we're saying that the Ion and the Ares need to be brought back to their former glory. So here's a good counter to A2 to Morphologist's problem. Here's a good counter to it. You guys ready for this? Here's how we fix this whole A2 problem. Bring the Ares and the Ion back to their former glory, and now you can just have one guy, either in an Ares or an Ion, helping you defend Jumptown, because an A2 is gonna get fucking smoked. What do you guys think about that? Can I get some fire emojis if you agree with this gameplay change? Can I get some if you guys agree? There we go. CIG, you have it. We have the answer. We have the answer to the A2 problem. Bring the Ares and the Ion back to their former glory. The people has spoken. The people have spoken. Now you don't need a fleet of fighters, of small fighters, to take it down. You should be able to go to your emoji thing on your phone and just type in fire and it should pop up. Well, apparently I didn't fly the Ion before, right? So apparently before, the Ion was like a very good ship to fly. It turned good, you know what I'm saying? It had decent speed to it, and it was good at taking down larger ships. But now essentially I can out dogfight or outmaneuver an Ion with my A2, which shouldn't be a thing. Which shouldn't be a thing. Yes, Stingfinger, but I'm just saying, like, the Ion and the Ares should both be able to outmaneuver the A2, and they can't. It's like you're trying to turn an 18-wheeler, you know what I mean? It just takes forever. So return the Ares and the Ion, you know, give them a little buff, you know, hit them with a little of that secret sauce. You know what I'm saying? Bring them back into the fold, and let's defend Jumptown from these pesky A2 pilots. Exactly. Because I tell you guys, I would much rather do ERTs in the Ion and the Ares than to just to go up and shoot it with a torpedo and be done. Oh, dude, I killed an ion with a freaking snub fighter. Hold on. I can go back to the other stream. I can show you guys. I killed that other ion with a snub fighter.
Attack.
All right, there is a retaliator.
See him now.
I don't have a hanger yet.
Careful, there was a sniper. Come in.
Oh, the
Yeah,
red razor is you.
keep that sniper suppressed. I'm getting out.
I think he's dead.
Oh, he's dead. He's dead. Yeah.
You want me
should
to
kill
hop
him.
onto a... I'm in the trouble. Move there.
Whatever, I'm following you.
600 I. Where's the ion part at?
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
He has no
Is that-
shields.
Where's that A2?
Bonzo's coming back.
Which one was this one? It's the 600 I.
Yeah, let's go, guys.
I assume you're good if I take a tractor?
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, I need to go forward.
He was chasing me.
Let me see. Is he here?
Did the colorless black get off the ground?
Oh yeah, this is also we defended.
I thought there was a Moab coming towards you guys.
We defended from a an A2 as
Oh,
well.
I missed? Okay. Pretty explosion.
So how much are these worth each?
This guy is trying so hard to target me.
But they're I hope they're a lot because it takes a while for each one to spawn. Okay, not a while, like 5
Good shot, Starboard. Good shot. Nice.
What
Yes, sir.
Oh, my bad. Thank you.
Well, I guess we turned...
Oh, maybe it was a
there's
different
way
video.
less in here than we...
It died after that, but the point is we were able to take down some bigger ships. You know what I'm saying? And you know we did our thing. So I don't like this whole argument, but I do want to see those ships brought back to their former thing. Give them a little buff. Right now, Sentinel can drop anything out there if it's in the right in about the right hands. Yeah, the Vanguard ships for me, they're a little bit. The Vanguard ships for me are a little bit different though. Like the Vanguard ships, I found like their bottom thrusters are like not very strong. I think like the Hurricane has better bottom thrusters than the Vanguards do. And the Sentinels and all the Sentinel, the Harbinger, the Hop Dial, the Hoplite, whatever. I don't know, maybe the Sentinel's different. Maybe the Sentinel's different. I haven't really flown that ship, so I don't know. Maybe I got the wrong ones. Fucking bought the Warden and the fucking and the Harbinger. I have the Harbinger now, but before the reset, I had the Warden. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I have for this stream, guys. Maybe Crispy, maybe we need to get on here and make a post in Spectrum about it. It's a good ship. I just didn't like it that much for combat. Especially without a gunner. Like trying to do solo stuff, it was just like I felt like it couldn't turn as well as like the best heavy solo fighter. I'd probably say the Hurricane. Well, for PvE or PvP, because PvP, I would say the best solo heavy is probably the Hurricane. PvE, I would say the Scorpius is the best heavy fighter. Dude, the Vanguard suck at handling, bro. Yeah, I would say for PvP, I would choose a Hurricane. And for PvE, I would choose a Scorpius. I don't mind the blade, but it just takes too long to kill the bigger ships. I ain't got all day. Like I need to grind my money out. The Star-Lifter series should match their mass and maneuverability. Yeah. Like I said, like the Star-Lifters turn better than the Ares and the Ion. Like how is your Star-Lifter better than your Starfighter at turning? Yeah, so I prefer to use, like when I'm doing like VHRTs and stuff like that, I just take my heavy fighters out, man. Especially the Scorpius, because in the atmosphere, the Scorpius will outturn anything. It does take too long to run bounties. That's why I like those service beacons, but they're like impossible to find. You know? Because I remember when I was doing them, I was grinding these, when the PTU was out, I was grinding the bounties.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another.
Is it this one?
So I have a size 4 fix and 2 size 3 fix. So we got 3 targets.
Can you cover me while I fix it?
And I was doing these with an Avenger Titan
Almost there.
in the PTU.
Keep heavy fire. I can't hold on much longer.
I made over 500,000 an hour doing this in the PTU.
Cutlass. He's the biggest threat here.
The Star Lifter, if I need to go up, I just put it in VTOL mode.
I hired you to protect me. Now get back here and protect me.
Crispy, thanks for the 10 spot. The balance, I'm gonna pause this real quick. The balance should open the model design phase. Turn rate should be based on the mass and thruster size and location. When it changes the turn rate of a ship, change the physical design of the ship. Yeah, I agree with that. That's a very good assessment. I 100% agree with that. You know what I mean? Yeah, but I really wish we had these service beacons like readily available in the regular PU.
Right.
Cause like
43,000.
I was killing these things, man. I was knocking these things out.
79,000. Let's go to that one.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree with that. I was gonna go over the monthly report too, but I didn't find anything too interesting in here when I just kind of skimmed through it. It sounds like they're doing like some back end stuff. Not too much happened in the month of August. I mean, like I said, did a lot of back end stuff, but nothing like, you know, groundbreaking or anything like that. You know. Yeah, the beacons are better than doing the bounties because, you know, you don't have to travel like all the way to these planets. You know, they're out in space. You know, it's just to me more fun. I've seen a bunch of people making videos on nerfing. Why do they want to nerf the service? Like, why? Like, I don't understand. Link a video. Let's go see their logic. If you link a video, I'll go react to it. Bro, my Streamlabs thing is hell late with these notifications. I think we need more service beacons. I love them, man. They're so much fun. Especially now that I paid to win and I got a Scorpius. I paid to win, guys. I bought a Scorpius. You know what I mean? So I deserve service beacons. They already got nerfed. Yeah, I think they got nerfed when they put them into the PU. If they made them how they were in the PTU, like that was so much better. This was so much fun to do. Like, you have no idea. In like 2 or 3 days, I had like 2 or 3 million credits. It was ridiculous.
Get down. I thought I was a goner.
I think this also would be a good way for them to having these service beacons is a good way for them to track the flight models of their NPCs. You know, they can start changing.
Woo,
They
bring
can
in the
use
big
these
money,
service
baby.
beacons to
Let's go.
give a different fighting style for the NPC ships, so they're not so predictable. Yeah, we're already past that, man. You're gonna have to rewind for that one, Macho. We've been on here for about 2 hours already. We're just going over my
Easy 15K.
my thing about these service beacons not being in the game. That's my only complaint right now. That's my only complaint. Is there's no service beacons, or they're very hard to get. Or if you do get one, they're very low paying. You know.
More shitheads inbound.
You're the shithead, bro. On the real skis. This is probably far going to be the best way to make money.
You know what it was? I think when this was in PTU, people were complaining about this on Spectrum. People were complaining about this on Spectrum, about how the beacons were like too OP. I'm just like, bro, like y'all don't want people to make money? Like what? Gavin with the playback. Appreciate it. Give him the rewind. Give him the rewind. Can't find him now. It's all good. It's all good. Guys, I'm gonna take a break for a little bit. I'm gonna end the stream here, but I will probably be back on what time is it right now? What time is it? It's 1:40. I'll probably be back on like around 4 p.m. Pacific time. I'm out here on the West Coast in the US. So in about 2 hours I need to, get some lunch and all that stuff. So I'll probably be back on here and we'll grind up some more Star Citizen. But you guys have been great. If you guys want more of these, let me know. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.